So good afternoon, students. Our next lecture for this integrated disease management course, that is our basic lecture, lecture number 5, integrated plant disease management, that is IDM. Its concept, advantages and importance of IDM. Integrated plant disease management can be defined as a decision-based process involving coordinated use of multiple tactics for optimizing the control of pathogen in an ecologically and economically. Basically, what happens in case of plant disease management, some of the management practices may be carried out basically in terms of chemically, or maybe most of all in India, we have using the chemical, some of the aspects or chemical techniques for the control of these plant diseases. But if we use this in an integrated manner, not only the chemicals, but we use all multiple tactics or multiple techniques for the control of these plant diseases. So it will be ecologically and economically benefited for our ecosystem, as well as it may be cause the benefit for the farmers in terms of its investment or whatever the production cost maybe arises to the farmers. Basically, what happens in the integrated disease management, what happens if any disease arises in the field? So first of all, the farmer or the cultivar think about to go for directly of the chemicals, but he doesn't think about some of the biological practices, or maybe cultural practices, or maybe some of the other physical or mechanical practices. In India, too much use of the chemicals which causes the adverse effect on the soil and our environment. Means pollution hazards is there, and the chemical residues on the crop plants, so that causing the adverse effect on the human health also. That's we are aware about that. So to avoid these kind of all factors, means ecologically as well as economically in terms of what, if you see the chemical prices in the market, if any chemical component which can be controlled the plant diseases, so these chemicals are very costly and day by day increasing in price. So that's why also we have to think about economical factor here, because we have to reduce our cost of production. And also second thing is ecologically benefited when we are spraying or applying any chemicals. So it may be leaches, or it may be mix in our irrigation water, or in the well, or maybe in some bore origins of the water. So it may be cause harm, it may be harmful for the human health also. So these all factors economically as well as ecologically, in terms of if we are using only one technique of management, basically in India the chemical, they all are moving towards the chemical too, which is that they need a much fast or maybe quick results. So that's why all farmers are going towards the chemical. But in case of integrated disease management, what happens, not at the last time, what happens in our India, as per the due to the lack of knowledge, they, when the disease arises, after that we are using the chemicals for the control of that the plant disease. But why we are waiting to occur a disease on our field or on our crop? So for that we have to start a preventive measures. Okay, preventive measures includes the cultural practices, some of the mechanical practices, some of the physical control also, so that it will not arises, or a percentage of intensity of the disease may reduces, so that it will not cause any destructive effect, and the chemical cost may be reduced. So in that manner we have to use all multiple tactics, not only the chemical but all cultural practices, the biological practices, mechanical practices, physical, and also we have to use resistant varieties, resistant plant material to reduce the intensity of this disease. So this all comes under the concept of plant disease management, that is integrated plant disease management. Now about the concept in detail, 4 points are there. Simultaneous management of multiple pathogens. So what happens if you are applying that particular integrated disease management? So not only the one pathogen, but it can be managed all the pathogen, multiple pathogens, not only targeted to one. If you have using chemical, if a contact fungicide is there, if you are using the systemic fungicide is there, so only if you are using chemical practices, so it only target on that particular only one pathogen. But due to IDM, integrated disease management practices, it can be controlled to the multiple pathogen, not only one pathogen. That is the one benefit of or the concept of IDM. Second is regular monitoring of the pathogen effects and their natural enemies and antagonistic as well. So what happens, we are to monitor if you are using the chemicals, biologicals, or it's some other practices in the field. So it's a monitoring of the pathogen, whether it's the intensity is low, intensity is high, and we are using their natural enemies, not only the chemicals, but there are so many natural enemies in the field we can use in the process of the IDM. And antagonistic, maybe the one bacteria can control the other bacteria, or one fungal organism can control the other harmful fungal organism. So that comes under the antagonistic effect. So that is also the concept includes in IDM. Use of economic or treatment threshold when applying the chemicals. So as I have already told you that every year or in the recent era, the chemical prices are very high. So it will be harmful economically for the ecosystem, as well as in case of the cost of production of the particular farmer in the cultivation. So economic and this treatments are to be threshold when applying the chemicals. So that's why it is also the concept of the IDM to reduce the economic cost of that particular production. Integrated use of multiple and suppressive tactics. So it's a main concept that if you not only the one practice we have to use, but we have to use the multiple practices in case of the integrated disease management. So this is the concept. And now about the advantages and importance. Promotes the structures, growth, and the healthy plant. So what happens if you are using the IDM practices in integrated manner? So it will promote the ideal physiology of the plants, particular growth of the plant, and it will be for the proper healthy development of the plants. Promotes the sustainable biological based disease management. So if you are using biological agents, which is a major biological factors or biological management, so which is a major playing role in the case of the organic farming. So that is also benefited for the farmers or the crop. So that biological oriented management practices if you are using, so it will be reduces the chemical hazardous effect. Reduces the environmental risks associated with the management by encouraging the adoption of more ecological control measures. What happens, as we have already discussed, that environmental risk is there if you are using more and more numbers of chemicals season by season or year after year. So it will be causes the adverse effect on your soil as well as the environmental hazards. Reduce the air and groundwater contamination by reducing the inoculum. So what happens in case of chemicals? So maybe water pollution may be there, air pollution may be there. So that's chemical residual effect causing the adverse effect on our health also. So that's why it will reduce the adverse effect of the chemicals if you are using the IDM practices. Protects the non-target species through reduced impact of the plant disease management activities. What happens if you are using chemicals every season or every year? So it will also occurs the adverse effect on the reduction of our non-targeted species, maybe the beneficial insects, beneficial organisms which are to be reduced or which may be cause the reduction in their population due to the use of this maybe if you are doing chemical practices regularly. Reduces the need of the pesticide and fungicide by using several management practices. As I have told you that the cost of the pesticides and fungicide in the market increasing day by day, and another thing is if we are reducing the price by using these multiple tactics of IDM practices, so also it will reduce the cost of production. Reduces or eliminate issues related with the pesticide fungicide residues. So it will retards ultimately the hazardous effect on our body due to the pesticidal and fungicidal residues. It reduces or eliminates the re-entry of the pathogen. What happens if you use the pesticides and fungicide or chemical practices? So it causes the effect on some certain periods, but if no, if it may be the pathogens maybe remain perpetuated or maybe live in some vicinity nearby to the field or in the soil, so it can't be eliminated. So maybe chances of the re-entry of the pathogen in the next season. So that's why, but due to the IDM practices, it reduces the rate of re-entry of the pathogen in the next season. So that's why IDM is benefited apart from only one practice or a chemical practice. Decreases workers, tenants, and public exposure to the chemicals. So sometimes chemical maybe causes the adverse effect on the maybe some of the laborers or maybe tenants or the workers. So it may also causes the reduction, which may cause the adverse effect in the maybe nasal problems, maybe some of the when any child comes in contact with these chemicals, it's a poisonous and toxic. So that's why it will reduces ultimately, if you are not using chemicals, so it will reduces the risk of that particular factor. Awareness among the public about disease, pest, and chemical related practices. So in case of IDM, if you are using continuously IDM practices, so awareness and knowledge which can be spread amongst the public or maybe the farmers, that how can be disease control, not only the pesticides or chemicals can be used, but also we can use that integrated disease management practices in a simple manner to reduce the disease intensity. And the last is maintains or increases the cost effectiveness of disease management program. So as we need the reduction in the cost of production and we need a profit in terms of market value. So if the cost of production is more and if you are not getting proper the value of your products in the market, so it will be a difference in between BC ratio, benefit cost ratio. So if the more cost is expenses is more in case of chemicals, so we can't expect the profit from our field or a crop. So that's why maintain of the cost effectiveness by the disease management program, and maybe it will be reduced due to the IDM, means the high cost production may be reduced by the IDM. So this is about the definition concept of the IDM and advantages and importance of the IDM. This is very necessary in the coming years or the recent years for to avoid chemical hazards, or only one practice can be used, but all management practices, not only for the diseases but also some of the pests also we can use the integrated disease management practices. So this is about our fifth topic, integrated disease management practices management, that is concept, advantages, and importance. In the next lecture, that is the combined sixth and the seventh lecture, that is principal approaches to IDM. So we are going to see in the next lecture. So thank you and see you in the next lecture.